So this is the intro. Start.
Welcome to Game Devs Play Games, where we play games, games design. We're back with Final Fantasy 15. You know that. We know that.
We all know that.
We all know that. We have a dog. Is he just with us the rest of the game? Because I would not be upset about that. I'm just gonna put that out there. You know what?
Well,
honestly, he's been what's missing from most of the game.
Maybe if we had a seeing eye dog. What? He's an intelligent dog. I think he would be very good at it.
He's very well trained at bringing books to people that say, got it. It's a very specific task.
Alright.
Good times. Good times.
Boy, something's coming.
What?
Can't change the camera angle. Oh, there's a car there.
You can't hide behind the sign. Guess you're gonna have to get hit by that car. Oh, wait, but it's Ignis. You're driving? Hits you. Ashton Kutcher?
Wait, but he just drove past me.
Yeah, but he decided to stop, I guess. He's like, oh wait, you're that king dude.
It's me, Talcott. My grandpa served the
Jared?
Arcadia
Little
family.
Jared? Little Jared?
Talcott? Yeah.
You're like medium Jared now.
Wait. Yes, Way. Welcome back, Your Majesty.
Just get shot in the head right there. Just like,
welcome back, Your Majesty.
That's right.
like sniped in the head. Be like, yeah, well, that's what I would expect from this game.
Just a second.
Game over, like.
Said he wants to have a word with you.
He can have it in person.
He said you can have it in person. Okay. We should be there shortly.
All right, John Wick. It's like they really wanted him to look like John Wick right now.
Oh, that's right. Didn't we talk about that in the
I
last?
can't tell you how good it is to see you again.
But we never got those for him.
Sure look different though.
You think so?
Nathan, we never got those for him.
Somebody else got him for him. Here.
No, but
10 years.
seeing that on there should be like
Guys
a
must be
reward
pinching
for
themselves
having
right
gotten
now.
them for
Where
for
are we
him.
anyway?
I actually.
I feel
heard
like
that.
I feel like if we had gone out and found them for him, it wouldn't be justified
For
because
Miss
he gets them anyway.
You know, back
He
to the
lives a
garage.
happy, fulfilling
She's a tough
life.
one, but,
Whether or not we help
when she
him,
needs a little extra
where's the
muscle out on
player
the road,
agency?
Gives him a call.
I was gonna say now you're upset about the lack of decisions in the game. I think it would be better.
This is crossing the
Right
line.
now, so
First
what are
Hillary
you doing
Clinton, now this.
I think
there? You know, ever since you disappeared, Your Majesty,
he's able to
been
just
nothing
drive
but
around like
nonstop.
it's no problem in the middle of the night.
Stalin
Okay.
still
It's
has
always
life
night
close to
now.
power,
They're used to it.
so just
This
about
is their
everyone's
life
taking refuge
now.
there.
Only there.
Everyone else has been
So it'd
abandoned.
be really funny if you just saw the stands for where they should go.
People still swing by the garage at
Like little
Hammerhead from
paper
time to time.
cutouts of like what he
But
thinks that they should have looked like,
repairs.
but like they're
With
not
like a,
quite right.
photo of him when he was a kid, really sad because he didn't have them.
The garage is still
Slayer
open, though.
Station.
One of the few places that is.
Just gotta keep driving.
Still alive.
You know, there is something weird though that
kicking
like
all right.
all these demons
Just
are
about
out
as
here
hard as
to
before.
just kill every human that comes around,
really been
and they're just
himself
like,
lately.
yeah, whatever, you
At
can just
least
drive
not
by.
since
We
he
have
moved
giant
out to
swords that
Stalin.
can cut your car in half. But jeez,
Someone suggested he move the
It
garage
takes so
there,
much
too.
work.
if you're driving through here this time of the night, man, you probably have something really
Called it a
important to
big,
do. It's
fat
cool.
chocobo turd of an idea. Said it just wouldn't be the same anywhere else.
That sounds
Like-
like Sid, all right.
Miss Cindy said she didn't mind either way, so the garage will probably stay put for a while.
Hmm.
And without any tinkering to do, Ignis's gourmet seafood is about all Sid has left to look forward to.
Oh,
With all the demons prowling around, more folk were getting hurt. Or worse. So Iris talked the marshal into taking out the demons themselves. Iris the Demon Slayer, they call her.
yeah.
Others, they lend him a hand whenever they can. Prompto spends most of his time hunting around Hammerhead. He tries to impress Miss Cindy, but she's already married to her work.
And Ignis.
He hunts too. We tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen. He said if anything, he's more used to the darkness than we are.
Forgot his
I mean,
vision
I guess if it has been 10 years, it's probably
That
pretty
being said,
proficient at being
he's done
blind
pretty
at this
well on his
point.
own. Glad
Yeah,
Tom
I mean, that's
usually
what they're
hunt on
saying
their
too
own
right
as
now.
well. It isn't often you see the three of them together nowadays. They still work as a team every
Because
once in a
we
while.
were the glue that held the
Each has
team
its own
together.
set of
And without us, because this game is so main character centric, without us, nothing matters.
We've arrived. Your Majesty, everyone will be so happy Don't worry.
You're gonna like walk in there and be like, oh,
If you
it's
have any other
you.
questions, please don't hesitate to
You know,
ask.
if we hadn't had such a terrible, like, really long level by ourselves, I would have said that was a missed opportunity to not have to get there on foot. To, like, experience going there on foot. Because there was, like, it was like, get there, and it was, like, 1.5 miles away, and we didn't even get near that far before he picked us up. But
I think at the same time, though, they probably wanted us to pay attention to the conversation rather than have to worry about the demons in the environment.
oh, yeah, no, I mean, like, you had to walk on foot when there wasn't a conversation.
Oh,
But at the same time, like, at least that was a way of filling us in on the 10 years that we didn't realize had passed.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit more of an interesting reason to have us, like, do a lot of combat by
That's all
ourselves.
you have to say for yourself after
I just want to point out
Knocked. It's you.
that
Gladio has a ponytail?
Prompto grabbed Ignis and pointed to you excitedly. Pointed to Noctis.
He grabbed who? Ignis?
Prompto grabbed Ignis, was like, he's back, look!
Let's head inside.
It's been 10 years, Prompto. You should be used to this by now.
Uh-huh. So yeah, Ponytail. Final battle will commence once you leave Hammerhead. Be sure to spare no preparations.
Whoa, so then do we just jump right into chapter 15 when we leave?
Maybe?
Also, I feel like they got acquainted really quick. Like, were they just waiting for you to come back? Because I don't think they
It
knew
said
you
that
were
they
going
were
to come back.
separated too. That they normally aren't together.
Yeah, he made it such a point to be like, we rarely see the three of them all together anymore.
Geophysical survey of the atmospheric conditions. The presence of soot-like photophilic particles was confirmed in a sample of air taken varying elevations, with notable higher concentrations at higher altitudes. Photophilic particles have begun to subsume the ozone layer, and the observed reduction of daylight on Eos can be attributed primarily to the light-absorbing properties. So there's darkness.
Darkness.
Wait, where is he? Oh, I didn't see you there.
He's got like a beard and a ponytail too. But like no extra hair, just enough hair for a ponytail.
I will take any of these, please. I want that rifle. That's what I want.
Ooh, good joke.
Why don't we ever get rifles? Why do we use handguns? That doesn't make sense.
Because you have teleporting swords, Nathan, duh.
But why don't I use them?
You know, that's one thing that I see in a lot of like sci-fi-ish, like future tech, like fantasy kind of stuff where like everyone uses swords in melee combat. It's like there's not a justification for using melee weapons. Just guns are universally better.
It was funny
Like, that's
about that.
all I ever wanted was a reason why you would still use swords.
Star Ocean 1 and 2 had a very similar approach to how they did their structure for their story.
Mm-hmm.
It was person from outer space, part of like a giant galactic alliance or whatever, falls on a planet or investigates on planet to find out that other aliens are also messing with planet.
Mm-hmm.
Both characters start with a gun and they run out of ammo, and then they have to use a sword from then on.
That's true. In the first game, I think it was more like you're not allowed to use your gun because then it reveals that you're an alien.
Yeah. There's that too. The second one, he starts off killing a monster that he's like, well, out of ammo. What's this? As they
Actually,
give him a sword.
I really like that too. 'Cause
It's a really
like,
cool-
You can't get more ammo. You're on the planet that doesn't have any concept of a gun. Yeah, I like that actually.
When surrounded by enemies, how do you even tell that that's a really powerful weapon? Dear Lord.
Too bad we don't have
Radiant Lance.
10,000 gil. Although I guess we sell things. It's not like we're gonna use it for anything.
I mean, we're gonna sell things, especially near the end of the game. The Black Prince.
Oh, but that was what I was thinking of. I once again, if chapter 13 wasn't a long, just tedious journey of like solo combat, traveling across through the world of darkness and finding all of your companions would have also been a really fun mission or
Very
quest
similar
to do.
to Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's kind of one thing that makes it awesome. We need to get just better weapons.
Do it. Do
we want to pass through this while doing it?
Yeah.
Watch me torture
No,
everybody.
let's skip this. Nobody wants to squirm in pain watching you sell all the awesome stuff.
Yep.
So I was thinking, there's so many like miscellaneous items, like everything we just sold, that I almost wonder if they're past that threshold of like there's too much. Like,
what do you mean?
Like there's so much and they all have different effects, right? So the idea is that you either combine them for different spells or you use them to like get different pieces of equipment through like Sid, or I'm sure there are other scenarios or other places where you can trade in components to get like pieces of equipment, right? But there's so much that if you're using them for spells, there's just too many different items to read through. It's too much to keep track of.
Yeah, I mean, you eventually just start looking for the effects they have, and if you have a lot of that item.
Yeah,
and that's as far as it goes.
And so maybe the solution would actually be to make the UI a little bit quicker to read, so that you can see like, oh, it has this icon, it has this effect. It's actually the same problem I have with Zelda right now. They kind of hit that quantity or that content threshold of like there's so many different pieces of food that when I'm cooking, I'm just like, I don't want to have to search through everything, all like 5 pages of food to find one item that has one effect.
I feel like theirs is an interface thing though, because it's like they use, and
they have the space for the icons. Why don't they just have the icons? Anyway, Final Fantasy.
Shields. Right.
Also, Ignis looks like a cop from an 80s like sci-fi TV show.
That's what happens when you can't look at yourself in a mirror, man.
I mean, that's a pretty good thing to happen, I guess.
Why did I never give you a shield? I've never given him a shield?
No, I think you did. Maybe he lost it after he was removed from the party. Like, maybe they're like, maybe the player will want to equip this themselves. Or maybe you took it away from him because you're like, I want this, and you never replaced it.
That's probably it.
I think that's actually what happened.
Because otherwise, I was like, if I seriously... because you used to look at it and be like, oh, that's where I put magic, but his magic sucks. So I'm not going to give him anything at all.
We had so many conversations, though, about Gladio using shields that I'd be shocked if we somehow
do it.
Missed that.
And that's actually why the game's been played on hard mode. Are you the exact same guy that is also the weapon shop owner? No, we're gonna take a look at this. Dude.
Different haircut. Well,
is it? Okay.
I think it actually might be a different dude, but it's absolutely the same body and maybe the same face.
Same face. Definitely. Different hair. Same face.
Welcome.
So, like, a brother, maybe?
I mean, yeah, it's justifiable, I suppose.
Yeah. Do one of these, like something like that. Got a lot of high potions, pretty good. Could use some more high elixirs. That'd be pretty good. Kind of expensive, but that's okay. Banks down, still only got 3. I don't know if I've maybe used 1 this entire game, because I just used Mega Phoenixes instead, because... Wait, miscellaneous items.
Because you'd rather have everyone die.
Come again.
Yeah, and then just use 1 item to fix it all.
I mean, it's not invalid. I can understand where you're coming from with that. Especially because it's like, a lot of the combat in this game is about surviving as long as possible. You could still basically fight even when there's no one but Noctis.
Yeah, I mean, because he does 80% of your damage. And that's just because he's player controlled.
Wow. That's a conversation I'm surprised we never had, actually.
Huh.
But your supporting party, they're absolutely useful. But yeah, the system does kind of encourage you to, like, not care about them as much because they're not crucial to the combat.
No, I mean...
kind of just cannon fodder in a lot of ways.
A lot of ways they are there to do a lot of distraction. I mean, you also get to, when you command them to do abilities, are a lot more useful, right?
Yeah, and I think that's where the abilities shine, right? Without the abilities, they would kind of just be there.
Yeah.
And it'd be very difficult to justify the system.
It reminds me of Secret of Mana. Fun little story about Secret of Mana, right? You have the main character, and then you have these 2 other characters that follow after the main character, and they automatically follow him when they get into combat. They just act on their own. Well,
not nearly as much as he claims.
What are we?
You gonna spoil my moment?
What's there to spoil?
You know, even after all this time, you guys haven't changed a bit.
Not as individuals, perhaps, but we no longer need to ask one another for help in times of need. We've reached the point where that sort of synergy is second nature.
Yeah. And it only took us 10 years to get here.
But you've also spent most of this time apart.
Yeah, that's exactly what my argument was gonna be.
You know, honestly,
you're asking for help, but nobody's around.
I wouldn't be questioning this if it weren't for that lengthy conversation with Medium Jared.
Or the Medium Jared made a point to say that they haven't been together very often. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my Secret of Mana story real quick. Okay. So anyway, played a Secret of Mana for a little bit, and I got really annoyed because I was like, God, the NPCs are just like the other secondary characters are just useless. They don't you can't really command them and all that jazz. Like they act on their own. It's terrible. Mm-hmm. And I was telling one of my friends this at the time, and he goes, "No, they're totally useful." And I was like, "No, they're not." And he's like, "Here, watch." And he forces me to watch forces me to sit there and watch as he gets in a fight and circles around the stage, not attacking anything for a while until finally they kill all the creatures on the field. And I go, well, that took a while for that to happen. It's almost like you could have done it 3 times faster if you had just done it yourself. And you you chose not to attack anything just to like actually allow them to do something. And that was my major argument behind it. Anyway, the Secret of Mana, really good game though, by the way. But
it's one that I need to actually finish at some point. I keep picking it up.
I got like halfway through it last time I played it.
It's fun though, I agree.
Where am I? Okay.
That's, you know, and
should I just leave? I'm just gonna leave now.
I feel like that's a very similar test to, like, to seeing how enemies react if you just don't move, don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird how quickly that can break the like illusion of the game.
Or enemies are missing you, you're not moving, and they just look at you like this for a while.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Like,
eventually.
Like I'm literally opening up so you can kill me. Just
bound at last.
Actually, Kingdom Hearts was one of those games. It was like the enemies would circle around because a lot of them would only do actions in response to you doing actions. Like, I mean, they would do basic attacks, but like some of their attacks were all counter attacks in a way. So if you just sat there doing nothing, they'd be like, "I'm waiting for you to do a move. I'm waiting for you to do a move," and you're like, "No, because you're just gonna counter me. You do a move so I can counter you." Yeah.
Real food.
All right, Ignis, good job, man. This has just been a while. What is this soup? Why can't I make it? Where did all my...
You don't have any ingredients. You sold them all.
Why did I do that? Yeah, green curry soup.
What are you wearing, Ignis? Hey, they all have new outfits, don't they? We don't get a new outfit.
No. Only, no.
Ignis is absolutely wearing something new. Oh, that looks so fucking good. Green curry. That's my jam.
Was that like, that's the right thickness too? Ugh.
Yeah, they're all wearing these like fancy ass vests.
What the hell?
Also, Prompto, goatee, really?
I didn't even realize. Wait, go back to him. No.
I mean, it's hard to see, right? Because it's blonde, but it's definitely there. Maybe it's more of a chin strap. Which is not much better.
Fuck off. Yep. Good old times. Hanging out with the friends that I've spent the last 10 years with. They're really comfortable with each other after 10 years of not spending time together, and I was gone.
You know what? I think the real testament is that Coleman is still making camping equipment 10 years into the dark world.
Good old reliable
advertise. I mean, Coleman.
Cup noodles.
I'm still upset about that. I was so happy during the episode until later on when I learned the truth. God. I hope it was worth it, Square Enix. No.
They had a lot of budget that they spent on food, so maybe it was worth it.
I mean, that's fair. Whoa. Noctis, man, where'd you get that swag?
Yeah, at long last.
what we've been waiting for.
Sure is.
Next stop, the Citadel.
Dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nontus's voice doesn't fit him anymore.
Like, he sounds too young.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. I mean, no one really aged 10 years either. Maybe I'm misquoting that. Maybe it wasn't. No, it was totally 10 years.
They said 10 years. I want to see my new... Oh. Well, fine. Why?
You have to look like you're ready for this.
Why?
Nah.
Why the knee
I want to
brace?
wear my golfing gear.
Why the knee brace?
Maybe it's knee armor.
Why one knee armor?
It's like, what are they called? Like
The
the
pauldrons?
pauldrons? Like you have the one pauldron. It's like
but that makes a lot of sense. Do you know why pauldrons were on one side? It's because most people would attack from that angle to protect your neck.
Yeah, well,
What is...
maybe Noctis...
It's like goblins really like to kick you in the left knee, so that's what I do.
Goblins are short. I mean, you know, ankle biters and shit. I feel like we're about to be in a Black Parade video. The Black Parade video. Just fucking, you know that band.
My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
When I was a young boy, my father took me to the Prompto to join the Black Parade. When they grow up. This is perfect. Look at him. Oh my god. All right, we're giving you the outro, bro. It's fun watching Prompto use a crossbow. Oh no! All right. Gonna use this try.
But before we started like making shit jokes about this moment, I was gonna say, I actually feel kind of excited. Like the setup of like going back to Insomnia, I'm like, actually, this is really cool.
Well, it's a moment we've all been waiting for, right?
It's really the moment of the game. It's really what it's building up for.
We're done here.
Oh no!
Because especially, what, chapter 2 is when Insomnia falls, or was that chapter 3? Maybe it's chapter 3.
I don't
think it's
remember.
chapter 3. Regardless,
It's been a while.
very early on in the game.
Actually, the death spell is very cleverly designed. It drains health, right?
Yeah.
And the holy weapons you use hurt you.
Certainly.
The king's weapons hurt you.
It's a spot worth taking note of.
Oh, so the idea is they want you to heal yourself with the death spells
So
and
that you can
interchange between.
Yeah.
Ah.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, okay, I kind of like that. That has a lot more synergy than a lot of this game often has. But that helps with way back in the series. That was kind of my main complaint about the King's Blades, or the King's Weapons. Was that I was like, I feel as though it's counterproductive.
Like you want to use them, but...
I want to use them, but then I'm going to take the damage that I've been trying to avoid anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas I could just play better and never use them. And suddenly I feel like I don't get the benefit of them.
No, I mean, yeah, and we can go back to that argument a little bit, because if this were a different type of game... All right, no, I'm exploring, and there are two divergent paths to take, and I'm not sure which one to go to. Anyway, whoa. Who is he fighting? Who is he fighting?
He's just showing off, man. He's like, check this shit out. It's like a rave.
Yeah, I like the music right now. It's like, yeah, seriously, he's not actually...
He's just like, I'm angry and I don't know why. Oh, he's level 72. Ooh, baby. I mean, they don't.
Come on, man.
You know, levels don't matter, but ultimately, some enemies are just going to take forever to fight.
Yeah.
Remember last episode when we spent half the episode fighting a red giant?
Oh my god, no, actually, never mind. He's really wrecking me.
I mean, he's almost literally double your level.
Oh my
I feel like levels don't matter, except when they do.
Except for when it's double the amount.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's the deal.
Oh.
We're gonna do that.
Ooh. I mean,
Where did that come from? What did I... There we go, that's what I want to use. Yeah, ow. I just want to summon. Just want to summon.
Do you think that'll actually take him down?
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Have they ever not?
Yeah, Leviathan. All right.
You know, they changed that song after like episode 10 of Attack on Titan,
But it's still in your
but it
head.
will always be the
Oh my
iconic
God,
Attack on
this is so
Titan song.
terrifying.
This is awesome.
Leviathan always terrified me because of my fear of water. Or not water, but
Fish monsters.
yeah. Fear of the sea, really. So it's like I've always been obsessed.
So cool. Yes.
I don't think it actually killed it. Yep. Barely hurt him.
Whoa.
And we're still in a fight. I can't dodge because I'm not technically in a fight right now.
Really? I mean, you have some of the combat
Okay,
UI
maybe.
going on.
All right, do Dawn Hammer.
Do you think you could do another summon?
Maybe?
That'd be kind of sweet. It'd be a crazy way of fighting this guy. I mean, I feel like he's definitely here to avoid. They're like, you should sneak around this guy. And you're just like, I'm gonna kill him.
I'm sure I mean, the plan was just like, I'll just summon him to death. But, you know, in all honesty, this is not working out for me.
Maybe we should flee.
Probably.
Remember all those times where we're like, we don't actually have to fight anything. We could just flee forever. La 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 la. You don't like fleeing.
I mean, why would I like fleeing? That isn't...
Just take the subway, man. It's fine.
All right. You know, I
Blue
always...
line will take you right there.
Public transportation.
Hey, but you got AP.
They're still
For
fighting him
free.
right now.
It's not the first time we've abandoned our party.
Maybe. I'm using the trident, right? And I just summoned Leviathan. Maybe the type of holy arm I have determines what gets summoned. That's a weird idea to consider, but maybe it does.
It would make sense
So
to
I'm
an
gonna
extent.
go with big something. Yeah, Axe the Conqueror. Maybe this will summon Titan.
So we're actually way over on this episode.
Oh, are we? Oh, I just got petrified. Well,
Good thing you're... Hey,
good,
there's your
everybody.
friends.
There we go. All right. Well, we'll stop here then.
Cool. Question of the day.
How do you feel about this short skip to the end of the game?
Yeah, actually, I think that's a pretty appropriate question. I mean, we're still
We
in
didn't
chapter
really
14.
talk
There's
about
another
too much
chapter.
We're just like pushing in. I
Yeah.
guess mini question: how do you feel about them not letting us change our uniforms anymore?
All I'm saying is we should be a spaceman right now.
Where do they even get these suits from?
That's what I said as soon as we got it. I was like, where did you get all this bling, Noctis? Shit. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.